Season 2023. It hits the PB tomorrow. Wowzers.
Dragon one is kind of shit.
You said what's up?
The dragon one is kind of shit.
Chemtech is back, baby.
Not this one.
Chemtech Drag will return in this preseason with a brand new buff in Soul. Grant a small amount of tenacity. And heal and shield strength when slain. What? Oh, when you kill the dragon. I was like to say, what's the point of having increased shield and tenacity when you die? It will grant bonus damage when below a certain amount of health. Okay, that's not terrible. The Rift will take on a new Chemtech inspired appearance featuring Get Out of Here, Zonite chemicals, and mutated jungle plants with upgraded effects. Blast guns will outblast those and range twice as far. Honey fruits will upgrade into stem fruits, no longer slowing champions that consume them and granting a small bonus shield. Inscribed Moon will upgrade into Stalker's Moon. These plants will now reveal a small circular area around a plant and a cone opposite direction. It will take, granting movement speed towards revealed enemy champions and reducing wards revealed to 1 health. I like that. That's cool. Jungle improvements. Smites and jungle pets. Jungle's a dangerous place. Dangerous go alone. Jungle pets. Purchasing them in the in-game shop as an egg. These pets will require treats through monster kills, and slowly over time the game predicts that they will help them evolve. Once evolved, pets will give their own. There's avatar buffs which empower them with different abilities. This pet of choice for junglers looking to play more aggressively. It provides slow and bonus damage. This pet is perfect for junglers looking at front lane. Tanks to the team will provide a shield based on your health. Bonus slow resistance and tenacity. Okay. The jungle pet will be great for junglers looking to rotate and move around the map more quickly. It provides movement speed. Why? Why wouldn't this one be the...
They're replacing the smite items, aren't they?
Huh?
They're replacing the jungle items.
Yeah, exactly. So why wouldn't this one be mana regen and movement speed? Because that's what AP junglers need. And that would make sense.
No idea.
Okay. In an effort to make the jungle more welcoming to players unfamiliar, we'll be adding visual leashing indicators. Show how far camps can be pulled before their patience starts diminishing. Decreasing the distance camps can be pulled, so no more having to stand on the perfect pixel in order to hyper-optimize your jungle clears. Another addition to help make the jungle recommended jungle paths for what? They're recommending jungle paths now based on high skilled junglers.
Why even have a jungler at this point? They're just like spoon feeding you everything.
They're going to be updated each patch. Well, that doesn't seem good. Okay. League is a team game at its core. In order to better facilitate communication between teammates, we're doubling the number of pings available. Good God Almighty. 8 pings on the wheel will now be as follows. Retreat. New pings. Push. All in. Hold. Bait. Okay, that's pretty dope. New vision pings. We're also adding an entirely new ping wheel that focuses primarily on vision. Using this wheel, you can now indicate the following: vision cleared, enemy vision, need vision. Objective voting. See, this I have seen. I can become an Eve maid. Yay. Get your team on board.
Someone can just ping this like as you're in the middle of a fight and it'll pop up on the screen.
Getting your team on board with taking the objective can be difficult, and having everyone ping on my way if they can contest or retreat. If they can't get very confusing. We're introducing a new voting function that will appear when objectives are pinged. Function similar to a surrender vote. Now all players can vote and indicate whether or not they'd like to take or contest that objective. If it is possible at all to turn this off, I will immediately be doing so, because I do not give a flying fuck what the rest of my team votes. These laners do not understand jungle and rotations. I can promise you that. If I ping the fucking dragon, we're doing the goddamn dragon. I don't care what the vote is, because I'm hitting that bitch. I'm the one with smite. Off-screen pings. The last communication change we have for you is small quality of life update with a notify when which direction an off-screen ping came from by displaying it on the edge of your screen. I actually really like that. It's the only one they're not giving a visual of, and I feel like this one is the best update of all of them. Like, that is a massive bonus.
What does that mean?
So basically, like, say you're in the top lane and someone pings question mark in the bot lane, right? There will be like a little indicator on the edge of your screen in which direction the ping came from. So if I ping enemies at the blue buff, it's going to be like more in the direction of the enemy blue buff on the edge of your screen. So it still shows you that a ping was made and which direction it was made in, even if it's not on your screen. Where before you would have to look at your mini map or move your map to see where the ping is at and why they're pinging and etc.
I see.
And usually have music playing. I'm listening to the characters' fucking abilities and shit, paying attention to cooldowns. It's easy to miss ping. Like, I don't look. I don't have time to look. I sometimes I don't even, like, it doesn't even register that someone just pinged. So having that little thing pop up on the edge, my peripherals will pick that shit up way easier than my ears will. Yeah, but it won't, like, this is beautiful. So if they're pinged within 3,000 units, so approximately corner to corner of your screen when fully zoomed out. So it's basically, if someone pings something within a screen of your screen, it'll pop up that indicator. This is such a beautiful update. This is the best one they've acknowledged so far, and I honestly hate most of these other changes. Or they're just pointless. It's just dumb. Like this one's actually really good though. I actually really like this one. These ones seem like all tutorial based updates. Like these would be good in a normals game or something where there's people learning the jungle. But like ranked and especially high ranked, it's just, I don't know.
It's annoying for people who've played the role for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Allied ward tracking. While there are currently ways to see how many wards you have out, there isn't a quick way to check which wards are closest to expiring other than manually looking at every ward place. Introducing new ward visuals on the minimap that will indicate when wards are close to expiring. Change appearance when wards reach 60 and 30 seconds remaining before they expired. Great update, love that. Enemy ward times. It can be hard to keep track of every single ward that gets placed on the map. Even harder to successfully communicate that information to your teammates. Ping an enemy ward that you saw them placed within the last 10 seconds. A perfectly accurate ward timer will appear until the ward is removed or expired. That's garbage. That's wow. I don't like that at all. That's a huge nerf to wards, which is never good. Loadout and ability recommendations, recommended rune pages and summoner spells. Another change we're excited to introduce are optimal recommended rune pages and summoner spells in champ select. That's actually really nice. Would you like a new champion? You'll see recommended runes button. Let the edit rune pages. Opening this interface will display up to 3 runes and summoner spell setups. You'll be able to select these in game. So being fine-tuned, so you expect to see more on this later on in the preseason. Updated once per patch. Warned by what setups are optimal and popular. Of course, you're always welcome to Theory Craft and bring whatever loadouts you want. See, they're updating everything per patch, but I think it should be twice per patch, you know? I don't know.
Every patch is a week, though.
Huh?
There's a patch every week.
There's a patch every other week. So I think it should be updated every week because, like, say they fucking just buffed the shit out of Udyr. How long did it take before Prowler's Claw Udyr became the meta, you know? And then the next patch...
You can always just adjust it. Like, you don't have to take the perfect same runes it's telling you to.
And then the next patch, like... Prowler's Claw Udyr is the meta and it's fucking taking over, so they gotta nerf it. So they nerf it next patch. And so now they're going to recommend the Prowler's Claw after it was just fucking nerfed. It doesn't really make sense, you know? Unless it updates the week in between and not the week of the patch. I don't know. I think it should be every week it should be updated. I don't know. It's Riot. They'll figure it out. It's not my fucking job. We'll also be making some adjustments to help top laners scale faster, hit those key items, and level breakpoints faster relative to mid and bot. The changes will be as following. That's interesting. Solo lane experience will now receive 95% instead of 93%. Dual lanes will now receive 22% instead of 24.7%. Mid lane gold changes. All minions spawned in the mid lane will now be worth 1 less gold before 14 minutes when last hit. Previously, only cannon minions were worth less gold, but were worth 10 less gold. Okay. Huh? I don't see that working. I think the only big change we're going to see from this I don't know. It depends on how much of an impact these numbers have, but top laners don't scale. They don't need faster scaling. That's why they're in the top lane. And if you're going to make top lane the lane where you get more gold and more levels compared to mid lane, then you're just going to get the mid laners playing in the top lane. Like, you're going to get hyper carry top laners instead of tank, and you're going to get tanks in the mid lane since mid lane is now getting less gold. You know? Because tanks don't fucking need money. They're tanks. They don't even need levels. I don't know how I feel about that. That's really weird. I'm interested to see what this affects and how much it affects the meta for which laners go where, because I feel like these changes could potentially change what champions you see in the top lane. Like, you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot of Yone. Honestly, Yone is going to be fucking thriving. 12 new / updated items in this preseason. Please note that item stats, effects, and even names is subject to change. Ikathia's Endurance. They don't have pictures.
Why do you need pictures?
Huh?
Why do you need pictures?
I want to see what they look like. Like, this is Iceborne Gauntlet. Show me the fucking gauntlet. You have the picture of the gauntlet. Voidborn Resilience. For each second a champion combat gains a stack. What? For each second in champion combat, gain a stack granting 3 armor and magic resistance up to 10 max. So you could get 30 armor and 30 magic resistance at max stats, become empowered, instantly draining enemies around you for 4% of their maximum health, reduced to 1% against minions and monsters, and doubling your resist from stacks until end of combat. Well, that just seems fucking insane. And it grants 5. What? Is this just a Vladimir item? I guess not really.
You know,
Vlad
it's just
skills.
a tank item.
Huh?
It's just a tank item.
I understand it's a tank item, but I don't think it's going to be as effective as Sunfire. So maybe like a Cho'Gath? I could see it being crazy on Cho'Gath. So it's basically giving you 60 armor and magic resistance, and after 10 seconds, you drain 4% of the max HP from everything around you. So you get a big chunk of health and defensive stats, which that's cool, but it's a one-time burst for not that much damage. And Sunfighter is just going to be longer overall. I don't know. It seems interesting. Curious to see which champions take it. Like I said, it seems pretty decent on Cho'Gath. You can frontline with Cho'Gath. After 10 seconds, you get a chunk of health back because Cho'Gath doesn't really have many ways of getting health back. And you're just going to be a defensive monster on top of having all of your health stacks. But I guess we shall see. Radiant Virtue. Upon casting your ultimate, you transcend, increasing your maximum health by 10% for 9 seconds. While transcended, you and allies within range gain 25 non-ultimate ability haste. Also, whoa, that's crazy. You and your allies will also heal 1.5% of max health every 3 seconds, increased by up to 100% based on that champion's missing health. It's doubled on yourself. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. It grants that's I guess it's a crazy fucking support item. Interesting. After using your next attack, enhance 100% base AoE. Creates a frost field. Slowed. Slowed for double the amount. Damage against you reduced by 10%. Okay. Goliath Ascendary. Chargeable powerful attack against a champion over 3 seconds while within 600 range of them. The charge attack drains the target, dealing 50 plus 10% of your max health. Bonus physical damage and healing for you that apparently gain maximum health 15% of the drain. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm interested to see how this plays out in like set. I don't know. Because it also increases champion size. I guess that wouldn't be too bad for set, but that's not necessarily what set wants to go for. The Rod of Ages is back, baby. Lilia's coming back. Dear God! I'm happy Rod of Ages is coming back. I used to fucking love that shit. Catalyst of Aeons. Restore mana equal to 15% of damage taken from champions. And health equal to 20% of mana spent. 15 health per cast. Toggle ability can only heal up to 15 health per second. Okay. Abyssal Mask. That was your item, wasn't it?
Yeah, they changed it.
Curse nearby enemy champions, reducing the magic resist by 5 plus 1.5% bonus health, maximum of 25. For each cursed enemy, gain 9 magic resistance. Champion can only be cursed by 1 enemy at a time. Interesting. Okay. Sunfire is no longer a mythic item. Turbo Chem Tank is no longer a mythic item. Are you telling me you can build both a Sunfire and a Chem Tank now?
Yes.
So you literally don't need to press any buttons. You just need to stand on people and they die. And you also have 40% movement speed bonus towards them. That's gonna...
Building Sunfire, Leandries, and the other burn item. Demonic Embrace.
You can go... you can go... Leandries, Sunfire, Turbo Chem Tank, and Demonic Embrace, and just melt entire teams without hitting any summoner spells, actually.
Oh dear, it's gonna be fun.
Oh my god. Oh no, what are they doing? Why? Did they test that? They had to have seen that and tested. They put it right next to each other. You had to have tested that. The Spear of Shojin. Your non-ultimate spells gain bonus AD for melee champs and AD range champs. Ability haste reduced to whatever ability haste for immobilizing spells. What? So for AD champions, you gain bonus AD and ability haste as long as you're not immobilizing them. And gain up to 15% movement speed based on your missing health, maxed out below 33%. Interesting. I'm not going to build that until it's recommended in a champions build, because that's too much for me. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah. Things I hate most is definitely enemy ward timers. That's a dog shit update. And recommended jungle paths is also a dog shit update. I feel like both of those things should be left in like normal games. I think in the norms games or bot games, these are amazing updates. Super good tutorial wise for helping people learn the jungle, which is a massive problem because they don't have a way of teaching people the jungle, as just mentioned. I think this week they just kind of say good luck, have fun, and throw you into the jungle. I think these are great ways of teaching people how to do the jungle, but in ranked I want none of these things. Honestly, in ranked I don't even want the leashing range indicators, even though I don't think that's too big of an update. It's just unnecessary. Like your ranked experience should not feel like a tutorial experience, you know? Like you go to ranked after you know what you're doing. That's the whole point of it.
I think it should be turned on if you're like autofill jungle, but you can have the option to turn it off maybe.
I don't like the fact that you can be auto-filled at all. So Frozen Heart, just to make sure. Yo, you got a new PC? I did get a new PC. Setup's gonna be a little scuffed until I get everything in. I should have everything coming in on Wednesday, except for the extra RAM that should get here Saturday. But yeah, the new PC is here. And so yeah, I don't know how I feel about this either. I guess we'll see how much this impacts it, but I don't understand why they're doing this, and I don't like that they're doing it. But yeah. As for the items, good God, Riot, you're putting this on PvE. Please, Riot. Once you put it on PvE, act like there's a PvE again before you put this into the fucking game. Please look at the damage that Sunfire plus Chem Tank does at all. Because I swear to God.
I'm looking forward to the Vandal videos.
You said what?
I'm looking forward to the Vandal videos.
Yes, I can promise you this hits PvE tomorrow. Within like 2 hours, Vandrill's going to drop a video of exactly the build we just said of Leandri's Demonic, Sunfire, and Chemtank melting entire teams without hitting a single button. It's going to be dropped within the first 2 hours of it hitting PvE, and it will not be patched out when this hits live in 7 months. It will still be there. I promise you.
Is it not on November?
You said what?
Is it not coming out on November?
No, November's when it'll hit preseason in November. Yeah. But even then, it's going to hit preseason. They still won't patch it out until the new season starts, because that's just how it goes. What they show tomorrow will hit preseason, and what hits preseason we'll see opening day of season 13 because they do not, they do fucking not give two shits what people say.